Hi, my name's the Reverend Simon Archer, and we're back on another little trip. But this time we're going to head off in the car. I'm going to do some filming in the car. I did a little bit of filming before, just like holding a phone whilst we drove somewhere. But I've got a little bracket in here now, so I'm hoping that we can do a little trip down the road. I'm trying all sorts of different things, different settings on the camera, different settings on my Neo. All sorts of stuff. Anyway, so we're just going to see how it goes. But I will probably speed this up because you don't want to have 13 minutes of me just driving along. Maybe you do, but we'll speed it up a bit at least. And I'll take you on a trip to a place called Fleshwick Bay. Spelled like Fleshwick Bay. Hopefully. So I'll make sure the radio's not going to be blaring out any music because that's a distinct possibility. Yep, it's off. Good. So, so I'm waving to someone as they go past. No, what's it called? No problems with the audio when you know, copyright stuff. Yeah, so we won't have the radio going. But yeah, I'm in the new car. So I've got rid of the old bus, which was actually younger than this thing, but I've picked it up, an all-wheel drive Honda CR-V. Which I'm going to slowly turn into a bit of a camper stroke adventure car, soft roader, that sort of thing. So we're going to have some fun with this. Just need to make sure my seat's all the way back. Right, so I've got my map ready. I'm ready to go. So I'm going to turn the camera around to hopefully face out the window. It's a little bit of playing around with the camera. I've got a ND filter on this now. An adjustable one, so it might be a bit dark, it might be a bit, I don't know. But hopefully what we'll do is pick up some of those beautiful colours now in the skies with the new filter on it, which you're kind of missing when you don't, when you've got this kind of auto white balance going. So yeah, no, I was going to speed it up. I feel like let's just do this, shall we? Should we just talk all the way there? I'm not going to look at the camera, I'm going to look at the road. And we'll drive past. We're driving past Castle Rushen High School. Keeping very much the speed limits, so don't panic. Don't try and do any maths. Let's give the window a bit of a wash, you'll see that. Yeah, so I've bought a Honda CR-V all-wheel drive, Mark 1. I really wanted an old car, genuinely wanted an old car that I could actually work on, although I've tried to do a bit of work on it today and I can't find my socket set for the life of me. I've got like a proper Draper jobby and a decent set and can't find that anywhere. But I'll dig through the garage and sort that out. Another job to do is sorting out the garage, but I'm not sure I'm going to film that. Yeah, so this is coming out of where I live, which is Castletown. And you can see, I'm kind of showing this because it's just so stunningly beautiful. And hopefully you're seeing what I'm seeing, which is blue skies today. So it is indeed a beautiful day. Very sunny. It's warmed up. It's about 10 degrees, which is great. And we are heading along. Well, this is the A5, but no one on the island calls roads by their A numbers, so we're just heading along the road towards Port St Mary and Port Erin. Done a little walk around Port Erin before, not all of it, but just like along the front. I do want to do Port St Mary at some point because that is like a really nice spot actually. I think it's missed a lot as well. But it's quite a nice walk along the front there. And why not? Because I tell you what you will get as we come along here, you'll see the sort of views we get all the time. As we head across towards the sea. go along Shore Road in a moment. There's a little route I found to the left here, which is around Balladul, which is a lovely little route. It looks quite choppy out there, you know, surprisingly. There you go. So going along Shore Road towards Gantsey. Yeah, I'll see if I could get you seeing the sea, but perhaps not. Some beautiful, beautiful homes along the front here. I guess if I talk through this and just to kind of give you a little guided tour on the way to Fleshwick. Firstly, you'll see how far it is to Fleshwick, which isn't very far at all. Secondly, I can always cut the auto out and still speed it up, so not really a big issue, is it? Sheep in the field next to us on the left. Coming on to lambing season, I guess, at the moment. To my left, yet another beach. Sometimes I feel like second guessing my sat nav. It tells me to go down odd ways to where I'm getting. I always use the sat nav every time because I quite like keeping an eye out for road closures and anything that might be blocking a normal route. So I always have my sat nav on, and sometimes sends me in odd directions, but you never know what you're going to find. So I quite like. I've got a habit of letting myself get lost, knowing that the sat nav will get me back somehow. So I'm quite often just disappearing off, and I'm not worrying about where I end up, which I think is quite a nice thing to do. Crossing over the steam train line, looking forward to being able to show you a trip on the steam trains, which I will do. We've got our Manx Heritage membership, so we'll be doing some trips to the castles, stuff like that. Straight across, eh? So we're going towards Port Erin. In the distance on the hill there is Milner's Tower. Daffs are all coming out on the side. My only problem with all the daffodils coming out is I'm hoping we still have daffs coming out ready for Mother's Day, because I generally harvest the daffs in the garden to do the flowers for Mother's Day, which is quite a nice way of doing it. We grow our own daffodils, not getting them imported, which is a little bit wasteful when they're growing at the side of the roads and gardens everywhere to then ship daffodils. So, right. So This is breathtaking. Moving on to Henna Road. We're just gonna, do you know what? I don't know how well this is gonna be coming out, particularly because the camera's probably a little bit lower down than my eye line. But on a glorious day like this, when the sun is shining, the hills around here, and this is the south of the island. This is not quite as remote down here as some parts of the north, but it's beautiful. What are you doing there? Oh, don't tell me everyone's going to the same place for lunch, are they? They're all heading to following a few cars. I'm just worried I'm going to be following everyone to Fleshwick Bay, where everyone, it's 12:30ish. I'm thinking, oh, it's a lunch break thing maybe. We'll see. Got a cyclist ahead, so we're going a bit slower, which is good. Got to be really careful. We want to be really respectful of the side. I think they've gone up the side road. Try and beat the cyclist up here, but he's just been polite and let me pass, so that's good. Yeah, everyone's heading to Fleshwick. That's fine. We can find a spot. Oh, I've brought some new kit with me as well. So I've got a little kind of mini setup to do my oh, it's beautiful. To make me cuppa. So I've got a little fuel stove. I've got some bioethanol, and it's a little kind of flame, sort of tiny stove, and it all fits into sort of one kit. So we're going to give that a try. You don't get the smells I'm getting, farms and cattle. I know it's weird. I love the smell of cows and cow poop and silage and stuff like that, because it's sweet. It's not horrible. It's lovely. It just makes you know that you're in the countryside, which is just fantastic. And I hope you're getting this view as I come down here, because it is so worth it. Let's see how well this little car setup works. How's that? How's that for a view? It could be a separate video, couldn't it? I love that people moan about roads around here. This is better than most of our main roads in the UK. Here we are, Fleshwick Bay. And I imagine all those cars behind me were heading exactly the same spot. But that's all right, because we're going to head all the way down here. Because it should be absolutely fine. Right. That's even a nice shot there, isn't it? Just there, you're just getting a nice view out the front. That's what I'm getting. So, oh, it's gone all dark. That's I'm in the shade. Let's lighten up a bit for a moment. There we go. So yeah, easy drive. 13 minutes away. I haven't really timed it. I'll have a look in the video, and I'll give you a little tour of Fleshwick Bay. We'll make a cuppa and just sit by the beach really for a bit, have a cup of tea, try out the new kit, take the drone out maybe. Put it in my bag. Oh no, please tell me I brought it with me. Yes, I've got my drone in my bag. The batteries are charged properly, he says. And we're in a little dip here, so it should be good. But it is still breezy out there, so we'll have to see what it's like with the wind. But I might leave that drive in, because to be honest with you, I was really liking what I've seen on the camera on the screen here. We'll have to see what it translates to on the computer. And I'm really liking this ND filter. It's a Temu purchase, adjustable ND filter. Well, we'll see if it works. It works, you know. It made it very reasonable. Right, yes, we've reached our destination. Let's turn our engine off. And yeah, let's have a look, shall we? We're still doing some tweaking and stuff. We've got a little ND lens, so I can, I'm actually, you know, you can really affect it by just twisting it and adjusting it. But hoping some of the footage might be even better than it's been before. This is Fleshwick Bay and the beach. Well, let's show you the new car as well. I know this is far better looking than the car, but we're seeing some birds of prey flying across here as well. That's the 24th of February. It's 10 degrees. It's virtually summer. And it's lovely. There's the new beast. Making some squeaky noises and funny things, but we know what we're doing, we're okay, we'll be fine. Got a load of work to do on it. Look at that sky. Yeah, so good. So good. A little wander, shall we? Guessing the other cars decided not to come down this way, or weren't coming this way anyway. So there we go, fantastic. All to myself. It's not unusual to have these places. Maybe have one other person walking a dog or something, but that's about it. Smell the seaweed. Right, let's go for a little walk along the waterfront, I think. It's always nice. We'll get out and maybe have a cuppa first, maybe fly the drone. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. So this is very pebbly. You need good strong shoes. Bit of ankle support. Because they're big old pebbles here. Look at that. The sort of thing, do you know, when your kids kind of do the whole, they want to bring stones home with them from holidays. Amazing. Just, I love the colours. I think looking at this, looks like the tide's on its way out. Watch these stones, they're very slippery. Excuse me. Lots of this white quartz around. Around here, there'll be some on that rocks over there, I'll show you in a moment. That sound. Yes, a Fleshwick Bay. One of those little hidden gems on the island. Very peaceful. We've got a little stream running towards the... I've got a stream running through the rocks here. I've got a water filter, not with me though. I've got enough water in my bottle to make myself a cuppa. And I'm 13 minutes from home, so I'm not going to be spending a long time out today. But yeah. Hopefully now when I go hiking, I can take that extra bottle and filter everything, so I'm never going to run out of the water again, because there's plenty of streams about, just like here. You can see I'm actually walking through a stream. Wouldn't take it from this spot necessarily, but it is a very, very, very good water filter. Sound of the stream right on top of, and the sound of the waves behind me. Pretty nice. So I mentioned about the quartz that you get all over the place. See it often on the wall tops. People use them as markers to mark walks, walking routes. I used to use it like late at night, and people walking home from the pub for the street lights, and the white quartz stones to mark the way. So not a long walk today, not a long hike. Gonna head back to the car just over there, set up and make a brew. I think we'll do that first, because it takes ages to cool down anyway, and see how well this thing works. The only place I've tried it is at home indoors, in the kitchen underneath the fan, obviously, because it's fuel, but just to try it out. Right, well, we'll see how this goes then. So hopefully, I don't even know if this is going to come out. I'm hopefully focused on here. This is now my set. A little bit smaller than the other one, just about a quarter, about half the size, maybe a third of the size. And just a cheap set off of, I think I got this off of Amazon, but I think you can get it on all sorts of different pages. Dog hair in that, great. So that's 110. I'm going to use to boil the water. This is what I'm going to use to actually make it. I'll show you some bits as I open this up. So this is the mug. That bag to one side, or we could use it to put a few bits in. And everything fits inside. I have a lighter and a spoon in there. I have my little, when it gets hot, check out these. I've got my little oven gloves. Check those. Awesome. Got my little oven gloves. That's my burner. That's my pot stand. And I've got a windbreak in here. It's all in the cup. Windbreak in here as well. It's doing good so far. Again, I'm not even sure if you're seeing this, but we shall see. We shall see at the end. If anything else, I'll have a cuppa, so it'll all be good. It'll all be good. So with this, you just fit them together like that. Belly Mr. Wasp, go away. No, not like that. No, not like that. It does make me laugh. Right. Come on, you. Right. You need to go into there and then be back there. And then this should, he says, this should bend round like that. Whoop, whoop. This isn't quite level, so let me level that out a little bit. That wasn't that difficult. This little pot stand, all these bits didn't necessarily come together. Like this came with the kit. Sorry, put it around the other way. With the kit with the burner, but that little windshield, sorry, is separate, and it's just a little pot. Put the lid to one side. A little pot. There's some carbon kind of wool stuff in it, and all we do is we get the fuel, which I've got over here. I actually won't need that much. I'll probably use a third of it. It'll still be too much, but we'll give it a go. We're gonna douse that in fuel. That should be plenty. Yeah, about a third I've used. If it runs out, we can always add some more and start again. We'll use our pot. Have the handles out. Yep, perfect. I'll just grab my lighter out. And we should just be able to, that's lit, straight away. Let's get some water in it. We'll see how we go. It's got measurements on there, but I'm not too worried. Oh, there we go. Let's get it on the actual pot stand, will be useful. There we go. Should be right. Should be plenty. Right. Yep, got our mug. Get our lid on so it boils a bit quicker. Oh, wrong lid. That's the lid for the mug. That'll be fun to drop that in there. There we go. On the stone, actually, it's probably less stable than it would be on the ground, but we'll be fine with that. Some of this can go back in the car. And now we wait. Right, so I'll get this somewhere, set up somewhere. I'm still boiling the water. It's not been too long, but I thought I'd put it so that it'd actually track me somewhere, somehow, whilst I do this. So if I put my head down here, you'll be able to see the stove. It's warming up. It's doing okay. But trying some different Nescafe. So I've got some Nescafe. I think it's a cappuccino or something like that. Anyway. Put it in a good pocket. Hate losing bits, even tiny little bits of plastic really frustrate me. So I can make sure it goes in a pocket. There's probably some knack to this, and I'm not reading any instructions. I just want a coffee without milk, basically. Without sweeteners or sugar, really. So we'll give this a try. I usually just use a plain Nescafe. We'll have a look. I'm probably a bit of a silhouette at the moment, aren't I? Because I've got the sun kind of that side of me. Anyway. So, move camera, Simon. Move camera, and then it won't be. Move it over here, and it will go. There we go. And then the sun won't be straight at me. It will be in my front, and you'll be able to see. There we go. Get in there. I will learn. I will learn. Put a little lid on there so no rubbish goes in it. Yeah, it's a nice little. You see the stove? Yeah, it's a nice little stove actually. I really like it. It's a little setup. It's a bit more. I'm actually looking at stuff. My other stove is the maple, a fire maple Mars Radiant is so good that it doesn't really slow you down. Does that make sense at all? You're looking for something quick. Look, it can boil the water in a minute. It is just over a minute or something like that. It's crazy quick. It's quite bulky, but also you're kind of so quick that it's like zip, zip. It's quicker than using the kettle at home. The whole point of all this stuff is to try and slow down a bit. I can be very busy at times. I've had a busy week last week, and this is my rest day today. But I had a busy week last week, and some days I was starting very early and finishing very late, so it didn't make a lot of sense. So but it makes no sense to then on my days off and go, quickly, let's make it quick, do this. Stuff like this will have to slow me down. It's not much of a breeze today, so I don't know what it's going to do in other situations, but I'll find a wall or a tree to sit behind to get out the wind. And I've got a funny thing. No, it's not going in, it's just wobbling a bit, that's all. But we'll find a way. But I quite like this little setup. Seems to looks like it's going to work quite nicely. It's definitely not without a breeze today. Blowing across me at the moment. I mean, I can always do a little bit like something like that and try and give a little bit more cover. There we go. There's a little bit of steam coming out of her. It's only been a few minutes. I don't have to sit on the floor. I can sit in the car seat, still be looking out over it, drinking my cuppa. I think if the flames blow up the handle more, then you might need the gloves, but at the moment it's looking all right. It's not too bad at all. How's the water looking? Oh, steam coming off it. Looking all right. Probably doesn't need to be boiling for this powder anyway. It's getting warm. I haven't really got anything to talk to you about really today. I'm not going to do any lectures about moving to the Isle of Man or what's going on in the news. Just if you're watching this and you don't currently do this sort of thing and you need to relax, I think there's very few places in definitely not, obviously not on the Isle of Man, but in the UK, where you can't just have a little Primus stove, a little gas stove, a little one of these little petrol stoves. Bioethanol, I've got a massive, I don't know how many litres, but 2-3 litre bottle of bioethanol for about £9, which will last me for years. This little cook set probably altogether was about £30, and the most expensive part of that was the 2 little pots. And I could cook straight onto into the like heat the water straight in the cup if I wanted to quite easily. You could cook a little bit of something up in there. You know, there's cans of beans and sausages or all day breakfast stuff, or they do all sorts of stews and things that you could have, chunky soups. Chuck that in there, make your cuppa in there, and you could go anywhere and just have your lunch, spend a bit of time. What's it going to take you? 45 minutes, an hour? How long do you spend scrolling on your phone every day? And I scroll, don't worry, I scroll, but we've got to try and do these things where we go out and work on our mental health by just getting back to the good stuff. I don't know, so some people might not enjoy it, perhaps it's something else for you, but this, just the making of a drink, look at this, making of a drink, a cuppa, outside in nature, here by a beach, in a forest, by a stream somewhere, up in the hills or a mountain. Works, it really does. And this whole thing of slowing down, is that it? It might have gone out. Is that hot enough? I imagine that's hot enough. We'll give it a go. So 1/3 of the fuel was probably not quite enough, but it's probably done it. I reckon that's perfect temperature. We'll leave that bit of water to do the washing up afterwards. And in this set, mug, pot, a little titanium folding spoon as well to wash it, to stir it with. Oh, blimey, it's a frothy cappuccino. Don't leave it with a plastic spoon. It's got a bit more bits to it. It's probably gross listening to that. Right, gonna drink this up. That's perfect temperature. If it was any hot on that, I wouldn't be able to drink it. Well, it'd be steam anyway, but I've got a frothy coffee. So look, can we have a look? Can we have a look? No, it's tracking, that's why. Stop it from face tracking, Simon. Here we go. There's my frothy coffee. Not bad. Fleshwick Bay. Can't go far wrong. So yeah, get one of these little kits. Set yourself up a little bioethanol burner stand. I'll try and remember to do some links. Trouble is with the eBay links, they might be able to get them on Amazon. With the eBay links, they quite often disappear after a while. So, but anyway, cheers. Drone flying, I think, next. I've done some drone flying. It's still windy around here at the moment. It's surprising how as soon as you get up any height, it's struggling against it, and I'm kind of a bit nervous. It did a little kind of juddery, flippy thing early on. I was like, don't want to lose it in the sea. I'm trying not to fly it over the water at all, but there's a lot of water around the Isle of Man, funnily enough. So that's about it. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to hopefully edit it down a bit and keep it a bit shorter. Perhaps not as short as the last one. I'm not sure it did as well. But usual thing, as always, if you can like, share, subscribe, none of that costs you a penny, and it really helps out the channel. So if you'd like to do that, it'd be great. I'll keep experimenting with cameras and lenses and settings generally, and we'll see where we go from there. But it's been nice. I haven't even thrown the coat on. It's been lovely. It's just getting into the shade now. You can feel it. Feel it a bit cooler in the shade. The cooking stroke tea kit worked really well. Quite happy with that. And the car got down here all right. So we'll see how it gets on the way back up the hill. But got some work to do on this. I've got some rust to fix and all sorts, but we'll get there. But it's been lovely to get out for a little while, a couple of hours, just to kind of chill out and make a cuppa and do some filming. And I'll get this out. And I'm trying to get out once a week with a video, but it's hard work. It's been tricky. It's been tricky to keep up with that. So it's just over a week since my last one. So I'll get this one out ASAP. Maybe give it 24 hours before it releases. And I've taken some footage with my phone, and I'll do some shorts and bits and bobs and just try and get something out there anyway. But yeah, it's been good. So thanks for watching. If you've lasted this long, hopefully it's not too long a video. Take care. God bless. So take care of yourselves. More importantly, take care of each other, and God bless. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.